So let us prepare ourselves for our evening meditation. And the question is, in terms of meditation, what constitutes preparation? So we start by feeling that we are completely open, like an open book with many pages consisting of our history, including previous lives, right up to the moment when we are sitting, including the events of today. They're all part of our history. And there will be pages in the future that have not been written upon, but in terms of condition of our mind, these pages will be written in the future. This meditation will emphasize the aspect of opening and welcoming. So let us prepare firstly physically by making sure we are seated correctly, making sure that the chest, the neck, and the head are arranged in a straight line. And we can take a deep breath inwards. We can even do it to my count of 5. Inhale deeply, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale through the open mouth and relax the entire body. We register this body as a divine instrument through which divine grace flows as energy. We offer ourselves physically to that divine essence that is the source of all the physicality in the universe, including every molecule, every atom, everything that moves, whether we have visibility of it or whether it is invisible. Our world is completely restricted by only certain wavelengths. Wavelengths of visible light within the visible spectrum, waves of certain sounds under which and beyond which we cannot hear. We don't have access to anybody else's minds. We only can register our own feelings, our own impulses, our own histories, our own perceptions. Let us release all of these, the idea that we will fill in with something precious, a flow of divine grace. Let us let go. Let us release all our tensions, creating a kind of void where we can fill with divine grace and divine love. Let us be aware that we are sitting in the divine presence. Let us be aware that the body is immersed in the divine presence. Let us be aware that every breath and every movement, subtle as they may be within the body, is a part of the flow of divine grace. This divine grace consists only of pure love. Let us sit and feel this. Let us feel that we are loved. Let us feel that we are not judged or criticized. Let us be open to this love. Let us imagine that our hearts, our hands, everything is open, like windows being open, so that divine grace may enter every single corner of our being. Let us steer our thoughts toward the source by chanting the primordial divine impulse of the universe that comes to our ears as Om. Just repeat this 3 times, thinking that each syllable of this collective sound represents the totality of our consciousness. Let us open up our minds. Let us open our minds to infinite possibilities. Let us open up our minds in the spirit of compassion and love. Let us be the receptive vessels for quietude and divine grace. Let us be prepared for this. Let us put aside any thought associated with ownership and performance of ourselves as a body and mind. In order to do this, let us watch. In watching, let us first be aware of the presence of the body. We can do this by scanning mentally and in our feeling every physical part, bit by bit, of this instrument that is called the body. Toe joints, ankle joints, knee joints, hip joints, every single building block of the spine, the top of the head, the skin against the scalp, the tips of the fingers, the left side, the right side. Let us be aware of how the breath is drawn in and released. Let us feel the connection with divine life that energizes, distributes life energy throughout the body. Let us visualize all the thoughts and concepts going through the mind. Be they fears, be they doubts, Be they thoughts which are benign or thoughts which are troubling, whichever the thoughts they are, these are thoughts of the past or anticipations of the future. And in watching these, let us reduce their magnitude, allowing small ripples of thoughts to flow through the mental field that is in front of us. Now, with the mind open and ready, with the body relaxed, with our faith strong, with our anticipation keen, with our joy at the anticipation of filling, let us feel the influx of divine grace coming in. Let us feel it as we would feel a flow of bliss that fills like divine water that fills and flows to every corner. Let us fill this with divine light. Every aspect of the physical body, so that the physical body becomes a reflection of divine light. That every movement within the body becomes a reflection of intelligent life and light. Let us flood our whole being with this divinity. Let us feel it tangibly as a reality. And the only prayer that we have is a prayer that says, come in, come in, come in and fill my being. Enter into a pure heart and stay. And every impression that may come to us, let us see it as a beautiful wave of divine glory. If this body that sits is a combination of divine waves presented here and now in divine space and divine time, it is true of all forms and all identities. And if other people, if other scenes, if other events come in, let us dissolve them into their essences as glorious waves of different colors and combinations, vibrating with divine energy. Every thought wave is a wave of divine energy. These are all waves, physical waves. Let them all converge and settle in the heart. This one pinpointed area, the center of our own being, is where the reality is. This is where there is no movement, just pure existence, pure being, one without a second. Let us feel its depth. Let us fill up. Let us let go and allow ourselves to be filled. What you have been seeking is here. What you have been worshipping is here. What you have been seeing as movement comes from this deep well of pure existence. Oh, my mind, let us go home. Let us stand in the eternal presence of that pure being. With eyes closed, we are one with it. And with eyes open, we play with it. That being is one without a second. That is universal unity. In meditation, we feel this oneness, this unity, without separation. With eyes open, we see it manifesting and playing. Let our minds learn to alternate between these two states so that we may always be tuned to the glory of the Divine Self. Let us always be welcoming. Let us always have a prayer that says, come in, come in, stay, stay. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let peace, peace be for all. Let everybody feel this peace that is this deep ocean within us. Let us offer a feeling of joy and thankfulness for these intimate moments that we find in our meditation.